I'm Barb, and this is Star.
Room number again, please, sir?
611.
6'11"? Oh my, Barb. Oh my gosh, he's 6'11". 6'11"? We're in 124.
Hey everybody, this is Darren Van Dam, and you're watching Flick Connection, the show that helps you get more out of movies. And today I want you to break out your best culottes, because we're going to be talking about the funniest movie of 2021. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. So 2020 and 2021 were both really strange years for movies. Not a lot of stuff came out, and when it did, it was kind of released haphazardly, and I often got the feeling that studios were just dumping movies that they know didn't quite work out well, and they were just kind of giving us what they could and not really releasing any of the good stuff. They were holding on to a lot of it. And as a result, some really good movies have slipped through my radar, including what I think is probably, I'll dare say easily, the funniest movie of 2021. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Gail's not here, but it's 6 o'clock on the dot, so it's time to lock the door.
I'm here.
You're late, Gail. Bye-bye.
So this was written by and stars Kristen Wiig and Annie Momolo as Barb and Star, two middle-aged women who are about 20 years behind the times, and it's absolutely fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna give away any spoilers, but trust me, you do need to get through about the first 10 minutes of this movie. Now, on a second viewing, yes, I watched this movie twice in the same week. I thought it was that funny. On a second viewing, the opening is much funnier. On a first viewing, it was so odd and offbeat. I actually thought I was maybe watching the wrong movie. I may have clicked on the wrong one. So muscle through that. It'll make sense eventually. That said, Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. It's kind of like a mashup between Anchorman and the Golden Girls. And that's not quite right, but it's as close as I can get. And it's close enough, because if that statement piques your interest, then trust me, this movie is for you. And it's sort of one of those movies, again, like Anchorman, that really feels like a series of sketches, yet it's glued together pretty well with a weird but strong enough story to make it all work. I could have easily seen Barb and Star on SNL back when that show was still funny, doing a lot of the stuff that they're doing in this movie. It had that kind of a feel to it. There's also a bizarre Dr. Evil type subplot that carries throughout the movie that does not distract away from the movie, doesn't take anything away, and it only adds laughs. But it is bizarre, yet somehow it still managed to work for me. Speaking of SNL though, Kristen Wiig got her start there. That show really made her. And while I always thought she was funny, I always thought she was overrated. I mean, she's definitely funny, but she was always put up on this pedestal, and I never quite understood why. I felt like a lot of her humor was a little bit shallow. To me though, this is her in peak form. It's her same old brand, but it's richer and funnier than it ever has been before. And that's a big thing with Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, is it is just a fun movie, and it never misses an opportunity to be funny. Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey fame, he's not particularly funny in the movie, yet it's really funny that he's in the movie and he does some really funny things. He was a really great sport, not just for doing the movie, but for doing a lot of the stuff that they made him do in this movie. So I've got a newfound respect for him. Damon Wayans Jr. has a really funny recurring role that keeps popping up, and a bunch of other comedy actors that just sort of come and go out of this movie. They're all really great. Kristen Wiig actually plays two characters. She's unrecognizable as one of them, but again, she is just at her absolute funniest. And then Annie Momolo, who's playing Barb, does just as good as Kristen Wiig. I'm not familiar with her at all, but I now consider her to be incredibly funny. You've also got a really great but short role from Vanessa Bayer. I think she's one of the funniest women alive, and I wish she was in the movie more, but she's really fantastic. Barb and Star was well reviewed when it was released. Critics seemed to like it, but because of the pandemic, it really took a hit, did not get the amount of eyeballs it deserved, but it is included with Hulu right now. You can check it out. If you need some laughs, especially over the holidays, if you're worried that you might commit bodily harm to some of your family members, Barb and Star could be a great way to ease some of the tension. In fact, this could be a great family watch. It is PG-13. There's quite a bit of sexual humor, although it's all silly and none of it's ever really crude or rude. So it's not really gonna offend too many people, but you may want to wait for the little ones to go to sleep before watching this, but this could be a good one to watch together just to get some good laughs out, which is always fantastic medicine. I know I'm gushing a lot about it, but I've said on this channel before, it has been a long time since there's been a really good comedy movie. The 2000s were packed with them. You had movies like Superbad and Pineapple Express and all kinds of stuff that was just really funny and clever and has really stood the test of time. We haven't had comedy movies like that in quite a while. I'm not sure why, but Barb and Star is one of those movies. If you generally love my comedy recommendations, this is gonna be one of your favorite movies of 2021 as well. But like I said, I'm gonna be reviewing movies in this fashion all throughout Thanksgiving week. I just did The Harder They Fall. Coming up, I'm gonna be talking about what is easily two of the weirdest movies of the year, but also two of the weirdest movies I've seen in a long time. But one of them is actually one of my absolute favorite movies of 2021. So stay tuned for that video, and I'll be back next week with my regularly scheduled content. But thanks for watching this video, and you will see me on the next one.